Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Power Live. I am Nikki Westerfield, Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I am so super excited tonight. We have guest Kim Rose on the call tonight. She has been with Plexus for how many years, Kim?
It'll be 4 years in July.
4 years in July. We really joined Plexus like around the same time. I've been friends with Kim forever. And Kim has gotten me out of a funk. I can't tell you how many times. She reminds me of my why. Like, I have literally, I know you remember Kim, it's happened so many times. I will send Kim a message and, I'll tell her, like, I'm just so not motivated and I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And she'll be like, Nikki, you have to remember those babies need you. Do you want to keep staying at home with your kids or do you want to have to go back to work? Like, she's the real deal and she keeps it real with me. And like, I need that. So like, I've always appreciated Kim. And so I'm really excited for her to share her stuff with you. Me and Kim recently have had the chance to power partner up the last few weeks, pushing for convention credits. And this month she has encouraged me and I encouraged her. And it was everything that we needed. We both got the $500 cash. We both got over 1,200 points for the convention credits. And it was hard. It was tough, but we were pushing our butts and encouraging each other. And sometimes that's all you need. And sometimes we just don't believe in ourselves and we feel totally defeated. I know that there's so many of you out there that have been in a funk lately or have started Plexus and quickly given up because your business doesn't take off. And so instead of digging to the root of the cause of the actual issue, a lot of people tend to run away. Instead of getting to the root of that issue, like gut health, our business, our company is completely on getting to the root of the issue of our bodies. It's the same thing with your business. It's the same thing with your mindset. You have to get to the root of the issues. Self-development has been a huge part of getting my business back in order. I had to take responsibility for some stuff, which wasn't easy. I had to start pouring into myself and reminding myself when I first started Plexus 4 years ago, how I was successful. And I think that I forgot to tell everyone, but one of the things that I did when I first started Plexus and was really successful was personal growth. And I poured into myself like I had never had before. And if you think that you don't need self-development, we all need self-development. If you think that you don't, you probably need it even worse. Am I right, Kim?
Absolutely.
So, if we don't have that good mindset from the beginning when we join Plexus, it's very, very easy to give up. And if we can master having a good mindset, everything from there on out will fall into place. You're not going to give up when something gets hard, and you're going to be able to, have the ups and downs of having a business because it's normal. We all go through it. So I'm super excited. That's just kind of my little intro. I want Kim to start sharing all of her good stuff with you guys. You guys are going to love this, and we're not going to keep you very long. So tune in, take some notes. And hello, Kim Rose.
Hi. Yay. Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask Kim some questions, and Kim, just feel free to like say whatever you want in between.
Yeah.
Just go for it. You know me, I'm not like whatever. Okay, so my first question is, what would you say to somebody who has given up on the business because they didn't see success right away?
I would say get over yourself. Which brings me, I'm just going to tell you right now, there is a book that would be good for you, and it's called Get Over Your Damn Self. Okay. It is a great self-development book. Everyone is human, I believe, and deep down, we want that instant gratification, just like in our business. We want that instant gratification from customers. Customers want that instant gratification. They're always looking for the quick fix. But as our duties as ambassadors, we have to tell them, your gut health is important. It takes time to balance your microbiome. You pour belief into them. So why is, pouring belief into them more worthy of pouring belief into yourself? So if you don't think that it has not been successful in the past, then you need to think back, what is your expectation of success. Because, you know, I love the fact that Nikki's talking about mindset and doing everything about, you know, talking about mindset, because I'm a huge believer in about self-development, and I'm a huge believer in growth and mindset. And let me tell you guys, I am one of the I've had, you know, this business has your highs and lows. You got your ebb and flow all the time. There are times you're human, you're going to have, sometimes you're trying to go for this goal and you have your blinders on, but something happens and there's a big windstorm and your blinder comes off and you're constantly looking around. Well, what happens to your mindset? Your mindset starts filling your mind with a bunch of trash. So this is one of the things, I do a class on Monday nights, and it's about mindset. And I want you to think about this. Next time you want to have a pity party about how, you know, unsuccessful you are, just remember this. You cannot grow without failure. And failure is not failure in your definition. Failure is a growth opportunity to grow yourself to a new opportunity. And that's a big thing that I had to learn. I was constantly worried what other people might think. You know, what other people are going to think of me if I post on Facebook. What are other people going to think of me if I don't hit this rank? What are my team going to think? You know, if I don't get 3 customers this month or 3 ambassadors this month. And I had to really reflect. And there was probably a good month and a half that I really kind of withdrew. And Nikki knows I don't withdraw. I'm very people person, but I needed to do that for myself because I need to figure out my why again. And when I really aligned myself up with my true purpose of what, you know, I wanted to do, I realized, hey, that wasn't a failure. That led me to this opportunity. And look at this opportunity. Oh my God. But I want you to remember this when we're talking about growth and mindset, because I'll go into it in a little bit. But when you think of a bad mindset, just remember every time you speak negative, you're basically taking a load to the trash dump, which is your mind, and you're filling the trash dump. But when you have a growth of a mindset and you're speaking positive, speaking life of yourself, your family, your friends, your team, you're making a bank deposit. So remember, your mind is your bank deposit. So either you make a deposit or you make a dump. It's your choice.
Yes. Oh my God. I love that. Love that. Love that. Okay. My second question is, what would you say to somebody who said that they were not good enough for this business? They truly
I would say, yeah, okay. That's all a mindset. Everybody has a history. And I believe, you know, if I truly believe that, what people told me, because people, I mean, you guys, I had bosses that told me I was not worth anything and that I would never amount to anything to anyone. I've had relationships that told me that I wasn't good enough. I've had, you know, I love my mother, God love her. But my mother was not the most supportive person, you know, growing up. I was pretty much you know, my mom was pretty much a single mom. So it's hard, but this is where you have to dig in. And as you grow and develop, and it takes a lot to do that. It's not, you know, oh, I'm going to read a book for a week and I'm going to be all better. No, it's a process. And, you know, I look back of when I started 4 years ago, and it's on YouTube. I think you can go look at my very first video, and I'm like, oh my God, I started this business called Plexus. You want to try it? And then I didn't get any response. And I'm like, oh, I must have failed. This is stupid. I better not do it anymore. But when you really, as I grow now, you kind of weed out those things. You kind of weed your garden in your own mind. You dig yourself out of that trash dump and you start going to the bank to make bank deposits. And I mean that literally, because as you grow, guess what happens? Your team grows. You grow, your business grows, because nobody wants to see on Facebook your drama. Let's be real. Everyone has difficulties. Everyone has upsets. Everyone has arguments with their spouse, their significant other, their friends. I don't need to know that. I just need to know you're amazing. And so when you don't think that you are worth enough, just remember that somebody is always watching. It could be your child. It could be someone at work. It could be someone that you don't even know. It could be your neighbor. But somebody is always watching you. So you need to remember, when you don't think you're worthy enough, you're basically telling the entire world, whoever's watching you, hey, I don't love myself. So just keep on watching. Go get the popcorn. I'm not good enough. And you are good enough. And I'm just going to tell you this flat out, okay? You were promised the promised land a long time ago by the man upstairs. And it took them 40 years to get to the promised land, but only a few people lasted. Why? Because they refused to listen to the outside. They refused. And they couldn't speak or anything like that when they were marching around I think it was marching around Jericho. They couldn't speak anything because they wanted the walls to fall. And so you have to remember to speak life over yourself, because I promise you, and I'm going to challenge you. This is a challenge for everyone. And I did this to my group the other day. And I want you to get up every morning, and before your feet even hit the ground, I want you to say, thank you, dear Jesus, I'm alive, for one. Because without him, you're not anything, okay? But secondly, I want you to be thankful. I want you to list 3 things that you're thankful for, okay? And then I want you to say out loud, I don't care if you think you sound crazy, I want you to say, my harvest is coming, because you're planting seeds. And just remember, it's either making a trip to the trash dump, or you're making a trip to the bank. It's your choice what you put in your mind. So whatever you speak is what's going to happen.
I love that. One of the things that I feel like I like to do, because I feel like we all have self-doubt. We all do. And you can spend time like doing self-development, watching videos. One of the things that I love to do is listen to music. I feel like, I know I was telling you this.
You just shared that with me.
And I love like The Greatest Showman that just came out. Like that whole entire soundtrack is, you can't not listen to that soundtrack and
be happy.
Not be happy. I mean, especially the This Is Me song. I mean, seriously, I blare that in my kitchen and I'm just like, yeah, I'm awesome, you know, like, and what is the other one that I love? Oh my gosh, I got my phone right in front of me. Mandisa.
Overcomer.
Yes, that one is good. And the one that I really, really love that Mandisa sings is called Unfinished. Yes. And it's amazing. It's basically just talking about like, you are perfect, you're unfinished, and that's okay. Like, and I love it. So one of the things like I like to do on a daily basis, because I truly feel like if you're not pouring into yourself every day, that you'll that self-doubt is going to creep back in. And self-development, I think, when I first started Plexus 4 years ago, I think that I thought that if I did self-development in the beginning, that I didn't need it anymore. But it's something that you continuously have to keep doing, because if you're not, that self-doubt creeps back in and, you know, you don't even realize it. A lot of the times I don't think people realize it, and I don't think people think that they need self-development, but it all starts with us. It all starts with being happy. There's a saying, I know we've all heard it. Nobody can love you until you love yourself. And I completely agree with that. If you don't love yourself, somebody else can't love you. And I think it's because of all of what you were just saying. I'm not going to ramble anymore, but I think too, one thing that I love, I don't want to get too like deep into this, because it's like, I'm trying to look at the next question to see if maybe I should wait to talk about it. Okay, no, I'm going to say it right now. So like I said, I think I'm trying to be really quick. I think a lot of us, including myself, went to a funk right after Christmas. And I noticed a lot of us leaders in the Show Me team did. Like, it wasn't even just me. And one of the things that I've figured out finally, I'm 31 years old and I'm finally figuring this out, is we have to be happy with ourselves. We have to be in this like content spot before we can move forward. So if you're new to Plexus and you're just, you know, you don't know where to start with yourself. Don't start with trying to get 800 customers. Okay. Start with loving yourself, pouring into yourself, giving yourself confidence. It all starts with us, guys. Every day, like Kim said, when you wake up, like plan to be happy. Like if you set that mindset, joy comes in the morning. It really does. It really does. I wish I had a humongous banner in my office that said joy comes in the morning, because it does. And if you set yourself up in the morning, your whole rest of the day is going to reflect. I think I heard something one time that said, somebody said, the first couple of sentences that you speak in the morning are going to reflect your whole day. And I believe that. But anyways, this is what I was going to say. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Is this backwards, Kim?
No, it says, do have be, have
is
to
it backwards,
be.
Though?
No, I see it perfectly.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, guys. So I want you guys to look at this top half. So a lot of people think this is how life is. You do things, and then you have things, and then you're going to be happy. And then some people have things, and then they do things, and they think they're going to be happy. And it's a horrible way to live your life. This is actually how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to figure out whatever makes you happy. Pour into yourself until you figure out what makes you happy. And then when you're at that spot, then when you're there, when you're happy and you're right, then you can go and do amazing things. And then you're going to have the things you want in life.
Absolutely.
Somebody shared this with me, and I literally can't get it out of my mind. I have this hanging in my office on my wall. I love it because it all starts with us. That's where it all starts. So anyways, I'm done rambling. Okay. So
before you go on, I want to add something. So I love the fact that you're talking about how you have to be happy. And, we all, like I said earlier, we all have struggles. We're always worried, unfortunately, about what other people think. I'm guilty of it all the time. I don't think sometimes everybody always thinks Kim Rose has it together, or she always seems that happy-go-lucky, but nobody understands what goes on my mind. There are a few people that I open up to that knows my true struggles, but it's my choice every day, whether I get up in the morning and either I'm bound and determined, or I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to live life, It is so much easier, just like Nikki said, to choose that happiness. There are times, I posted a shirt the other day that says, "Not today, Satan." And I got that. And a friend of mine, Jennifer, she got it for me, because that's like my motto. If I start to have a bad day, that's literally what I say. And then I snap myself out of it. I'm like, oh, no, not today, Satan. I'm going to rock it. And I say it just like that because I feel sassy and I feel empowered, and it changes the mood. Make yourself laugh. Do something silly. And I'm going to share something with you just really quickly. You guys had a hidden camera in my house every morning. This shows you, and this sets the mood, like Nikki said, for the entire day. So when I get tomorrow morning, you're laughing because you're going to be thinking of me, okay? So I get up I made a commitment every morning at 5:30. I get up and I have devotion before I even open Facebook. That's the first thing I do. As we get done at 6:10, I go to the hallway, and Jen's bathroom is in the hallway and mine's in my bedroom. And there's the vision board. Both of our vision boards is up in the hallway, and we meet in the middle, and we literally just dance. Every morning for like 30 seconds, we just dance and be silly. And then we look at the vision board and we're going for the day, because that's a reminder every single day. That's why I'm doing it. And so I never give up. And it's something that we just started, and it's probably been doing it for about 6 months. And I'm not kidding you, my business has changed. And this month proved it. So
yeah. Wow. That's so cool. I am a firm believer in the little things we do consistently every day that changes so much.
Yep.
Okay, so my third question, how do you pour belief into yourself? I think you kind of answered that a little bit already, but do you have anything else to go with that?
I know this is not for everyone, but I love Stephen Furlick on YouTube. I watch him religiously because I think he's very raw. I think he's very incredible. Mm-hmm. I know Joel Osteen is not for everyone. But let me just say, this is one of the books that I use for self-development as well. And it's called Blessed in the Darkness. And it's his most recent book. This book literally has me to tears, because it's like he was speaking to me about things that I had have been going through. You know, in August and September, I went through a rough patch. I got tired of being senior gold. You know, that doubt starts to set in. Even it does not matter, guys. If you are a diamond, double diamond, everyone is human, and everybody has days where they get frustrated. And if they tell you they don't, they're lying. That's humanality. I'm just telling you that right now. The point is when they are down or when you are down, the point is that you get back up. And instead of looking down and feeling sorry for yourself, and I'm being very raw, but I'm being very honest. If you were right in front of me, Nikki can vouch, I would be saying it to your face. Mm-hmm. Instead of looking down, you need to be looking up. Because I'm telling you, and I don't know what your beliefs are, but I'm telling you right now, without your Heavenly Father, you would not be where you are today. Okay? You might say, well, I'm going through a struggle. Yeah, you're going through that struggle because He wants you to grow. So embrace it, learn from it, and move on.
Yes. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's the truth. Amen to that.
Okay, so my next question was, what are some of your favorite books or YouTube that you can share? So I know you shared some of those with us already, but
there's 4. Okay. Lust in the Darkness.
Write them down, guys.
Okay. This one is my ultimate. This will make you laugh, but this is like if you took a piece of bologna and smacked yourself in the face. This book is awesome. Okay. Get over your damn self. Everyone on any level needs to read this book because it is raw. It is very down to earth. And it's like literally you're going to be reading the book and going, oh my God, that's me.
I need to get that.
Okay. My very first book I ever read when I first started this. So you newbies out there, if you're watching, this is my favorite. I use it. I still use the principles of this book. Is Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers. The best book I have ever read. I actually bought all the CDs because he's so awesome. And then last but not least, this lady has been to convention. This lady has been to Leaders Retreat, and she will make you laugh. And it is The Funny Side Up by Rita Davenport. Absolutely incredible book. Absolutely incredible. So those are my favorites. You know, I could go on because let me just tell you, there are people, and I'm just going to kind of read you a little bit. There are people that say, oh, no, I don't need no self-development. I'm good. You know, I go to church. Oh, no. That's not self-development. You need to remember, in order to have like a growth mindset, you have to be willing and committed to changing your beliefs about what you are able and willing to do, period. And if you're not willing to do that, then, you know, maybe you need to rethink. You need to figure out what your purpose is. And a lot of people say, well, you know, when they first start Plexus, and I just want to say this really quickly. When you first start doing Plexus, a lot of people say, well, what's your goal? You know, what's your why? Well, I want to get my family healthy, or I want to, you know, get my products paid for. Okay, that's not your why. That's a need. You know, that's a want. That's not your why. So dig a little deeper. What is your why? I wanted to get my products paid for because I was broke. I couldn't rub 2 quarters together. But when I dug deeper and dug deeper and dug deeper, and this is a process, but you learn that process by self-development. You should be reading 5 to 10 pages a day. Okay? A day. And it can be done. And don't say that you can't. You go to the bathroom every day. You can take your book with you and read it. Okay? That's when you can read it. If you take baths, you read it in the book. Okay? If you've got a DVD player, CD player in your car, get audio, because that's where it's, and I'm telling you, you do this for 1 month, and I'll challenge everyone, do it for 1 month and take a journal of your process during it. I guarantee you won't even recognize yourself in a month. Guaranteed. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I just love it. You can't stay wrapped up in the idea that you were born with all these talents and abilities and have no room to grow. Everyone has room to grow.
Right. I have 2 books I love. And I'm not really a big book person. So like I like the audios, I like YouTube stuff, like that's all me all day. But this book right here,
Oh, yes.
What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, it sounds funny, but we all talk to ourselves. That's like
That's like peeling the onion. Be prepared to cry in that one.
Yes, it's so good. It's literally my favorite book ever. And then this one too, one of my favorites.
Yes.
John Maxwell, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I love this book. Love, love, love. But seriously, like if you're not a book reader like me, I love, like in the mornings, I've been getting up early. It's kind of one of the new things I've been doing. I've been getting up extra early so I can work my business and, you know, do things in peace without the toddlers running my life, you know? And I love to get on YouTube and find like amazing, like self-development things. I just watched, Kim, you have to watch this, Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. It's actually a book. It is a book, but I found it on YouTube. And it's awesome. And I love it. And it basically just talks about all the small little things we do every day that can literally lead us into a whole different life. You know, the little things we do are the big things in long term, really.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. What else? I was thinking about that, Nikki, because you made me think of the compound effect, which brought another idea to my mind, of course, is that when you are learning to grow, like the 21, I can't even speak. The one with John Maxwell, I can't even speak that word. I get tongue-tied. That's a great book, but I will recommend do a little bit of easier self-development before you start that book, because you don't want to get overwhelmed with that, because that book, you have to have some sort of knowledge about network marketing. And it can
get very said that, because that is very true.
Yeah, because when I first read it, I got it when I first started, and I was like,
yeah,
I didn't understand a word. Now that I read it, I'm like, oh my God, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But one of the other things too is that I really think is important, even with self-development, is that as you go on your journey, remember this. If you remember anything out of this call, remember this. Your journey is your journey, and it does not compare to anybody else's journey. So what I'm doing is not your journey. So if I rank up and quadruple rank and go to double diamond in a year, that's my journey. Celebrate it. You know, if you're not there, you can't get upset, because your journey is part of learning who you are. Where I'm going and what my why is not your why. So you embrace where you are, and remember, I do not want to ever hear anyone say, oh, I'm just a silver ambassador, or, oh, I'm just this. Because let me just tell you something that I learned a long time ago. There is somebody wishing they were at your rank, no matter where you are. So don't ever take where you are for granted, because somebody is wishing that they were that far along. So embrace it, be happy about it, and then celebrate other successes, because when you celebrate other successes and really dig down and say, you know, hey, there's many times like Nikki and I, we won't talk for each other for like a month. And out of nowhere, she's like, hey, Kim Rose, I just want to tell you that I love you and I think you're doing an amazing job. And then we reconnect, you know. It could be 12,000 people at convention, and Nikki and I always find time with each other. Last year, she gave me pretty earrings. So, you know, it's just little things you need to celebrate and find that person that you connect with. And it might not be with somebody necessarily on your team. You might have a sideline. Nikki and I are not on the same team. We're sidelines. But Nikki gives to me something that empowers me. And hopefully I can give Nikki something that empowers her. And let me just tell you, when that two combination comes together and you can find somebody that is really raw, I don't sugarcoat stuff, because it's not that I don't care. I do care, but I know that there is capability in other people. You just might not see it. So I would rather somebody be honest with me and forthright than sugarcoat it and let me, well, what did she mean about that? Or what does she mean about that? Or no, you're going to know what I mean when I talk to you. So that's just who I am. And sometimes that's just too much for people. So if that's too much for you, find somebody that is a little bit more soft spoken, but find a power partner that you can run with. Because I'm telling you right now, it's exciting. And right now with Plexus, you need to run as fast as you can, and you need to grab hold of as many people. Don't ever look backwards. Only look forward. Backwards, the past is the past. You look forward because remember, the promised land is in front of you, not behind you.
Love that. Yes. So true. By the way, Kim got me these earrings. She sent me them for Christmas, so I wore them tonight for good luck. Kim, if you have anything, think about if you have anything else to say about question number 5. I just have something really quick I wanted to say. I feel like, so me and Kim could have came on here and told you guys what to do, how to get a customer, how to sign up an ambassador, but what to say when somebody asks you, what is Plexus? We could have talked about all those things, but notice we didn't. And I tell you why I wanted to do this call, because I feel like it all starts with us. And if your self-development is not there and your belief isn't there, I truly believe that, okay, so let me back up a little bit. When I first started Plexus, I listened to Holly Reedy, actually, a girl on my team gave me the CD. And at my old house, I had the CD player in my kitchen. And I put the CD in and I'm listening to it while I'm doing dishes. And I will never forget Eric Worre said, 1 out of 10 people that you sign up on your business are going to work. And I remember thinking to myself, heck no, I just busted my butt signing up 10 people. And you're telling me only 1 of them are going to work. And those are the statistics. And that was so hard for me to like swallow and like really get. But now I get it. Like now I get it. And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of things. If your confidence is so freaking high and somebody tells you no about Plexus, you can handle it and you can walk on by and know that there's more people coming and you can feel good about that and you can work your business, because me and Kim are here to tell you, and you can ask any diamond ambassador, any double diamond, Celeste, Gwen, anyone, they have gotten more no's than any of us have ever had gotten. And they kept going. You have to know that. You have to know you got to keep going. You're going to get no's. It's going to happen. People are going to say no, but I tell you one thing, it's not no forever. It's no for now. Because
you got to keep going for the no's. Because I'm going to give you an example of this past weekend. I was not even close to 12. My goal at first was winner's dinner because I had done it in the past. And if I wasn't going to get winner's dinner, I was going to be highly ticked off at myself. And I was like, okay, I got this. Well, it was Friday and I was like, okay, so how many more points do I need before I get 500? That 500 could pay off my next cruise. And I was like, I don't know. And it just so happened, Nikki had messaged me and says, Kim, oh my God, if I would have done this, I could have won this. And so she starts working. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So we started going back and forth. And we've been posting each other. We were posting each other. Okay, I'm at this credit. I'm at this credit. Oh my God. And then it was literally, you do never give up on a contest until you get it to where the last minute. And I'm not kidding you. It was Sunday. And I messaged Nikki, I think it was like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, I got 1200 points. I was so excited because it makes you feel accomplished. And I'm like, if I got 500 this month or $500 cash this year, oh heavens to Jesus, Joseph, and Mary, I'm gonna have black tie gala next year. So I've been already looking at dresses because I am already speaking that I'm going to get it, you know. And so you just, like Nikki said, you just have to start with you, and just know that if you don't get the biggest thing that I can recommend to anyone, and I tell this all the time, anybody knows me knows this, you cannot achieve anything unless you have it literally written down. And it's like 87% of people or 78% of people that write down their goals achieve them. That's why a vision board is important. And if people are saying, well, what the heck is a vision board? A vision board is just pictures of things that you wish you could go, where you could go, or things that you want to do, and things you might want to travel to, or a house that you want. It's anything that you possibly can think of. Remember, your mind, have a dream like a child, you know? And so when I was talking about earlier about digging deep and finding out your why, it's not just to pay for your products. It's not just to get your family healthy. You know, I didn't know that. So if reading's not your thing, do like Nikki said, find something that motivates you, you know, find something that gets you inspired in the morning. If it is singing out loud as you can, that motivates you, do it. You know, be silly, but just know that where you are, if you're having a trouble time, it's not forever. It's only temporary. So what I find when I'm having a struggle, if I'm having difficulties of, oh my God, why aren't they signing up? You know, why isn't this happening? Why isn't this happening? It has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with us. And, you know, if you're not ranking, you see other people ranking, just celebrate them. Don't fall into the funnel of comparison, because that will kill you. Okay. That will just literally suck the energy out of you. But if you can sit there and celebrate and speak life over that and be excited for them, and guess what happens? You start noticing that you're happier. You feel that other people are celebrating you. There are times that I think I suck sometimes. That's honest to God. And I kid you not, because I speak life over a lot of people that I truly believe. I will speak life over somebody that swears that they are not worthy. And I will speak life over you until you believe that you are worthy. And I love doing that. Speak in the mirror. Write down things that, you know, if you want to be a good writer, write down, I am a fabulous writer and I'm going to get a book published. Write it down. Say it to yourself every day, and I guarantee you it'll happen. Guaranteed.
Yep. You'll start believing it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Kim, so much for hopping on our call. Do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up? I know we're a little over our time, but I loved everything you said.
Hi guys, I'm a talker.
I know, me too.
I can talk to Nikki all the time.
I know.
And one last thing.
Go for it.
If you ever have the chance, okay, so I'm just going to put this plug in. Okay, so Monday night's my call on mindset, okay? You might learn a little something. I'm not an expert, but I do have fun, and I give prizes. Secondly is June 1st, okay, so whoever is doubting about going to convention, you're going. And Nikki is a primary example. When I heard a little birdie that Nikki said that she might not go, Nikki, what did I tell you?
You're going.
Right. There is no excuse. Going to convention puts your business 6 months ahead of where you normally are. Okay. June 1st, I want you to write this down. I can't see anybody, so I'm just going to have faith, honesty that you are writing this down. June 1st is going to start convention or Leaders Retreat credits, the contest. We don't know where we're going, but just know it's going to be fabulous. And just know, and I want you to write it down on a big piece of paper, whatever you need to do, go, I am going to Leaders Retreat. And I want you to post it wherever you can look at it every day. And I want you to say it every day you're going to Leaders Retreat. Because I'm telling you, if you have that mindset, you will go. There are people that are not even silver ambassadors that go. So you can go.
Right. And Leaders Retreat is amazing.
Yeah, it's like fun.
It's a retreat. It's relax, enjoy yourself. You deserve it. Yes.
And big parties.
Yes. Fun. I cannot wait. We're going. We're gonna have to team up on that contest too, buddy.
Yeah. Because I want the big prize.
So yeah, thank you so much, Kim, for hopping on. Everybody, if you did not watch this from the beginning, go back and watch it from the beginning because Kim shared some really good stuff. So, yeah, we will talk to you guys later, and Pink Power Live will be back in 2 weeks. So we're going to do it every 2 weeks. So bye, everyone.
Bye.